BS attempt to delegitimize a fair and free election.
Let's drop a bomb on the liberals today. Let's drop a bomb and blow them all away. We don't.
Hello, welcome to We Move International. This is Beran right here. Now we're gonna watch together a video, a classical rant from Tomi Lahren. If you don't know her, she's a very popular conservative YouTuber slash speechperson slash Fox person. Let's actually look her up. I wonder what her actual title is. I don't know what I would call myself if I were Tomi Lahren. American commentator. She is an American commentator. She is known to be very outspoken. She's conservative and towards the more Republican side. And she is also known to be quite angry. When I watch her videos, I usually find myself responding to her, screaming at the screen, and thinking that she is very unreasonable and sometimes illogical. That's why I just decided to record that process today. Let's go ahead together. Dems' impeachment efforts are falling flat.
We're only a few days into this bogus impeachment hearing, and it's already looking like a total sham circus. And boy, does that sound familiar? Of course it does, because it's almost a carbon copy of the Nothing Burger Mueller investigation and testimony, a total joke. The Democrats thought this was going to be their chance to finally get him, and, well, sorry to disappoint them, but it's not happening. In fact,
Question. Why would people want to get him if the him in question wasn't harmful? If the him in question actually served his people? Why in the world would Democrats want to get him if he was a good president?
all this week's hearings have shown is that Joe and Hunter Biden should be the defendants here, not President Trump. Heck, both of their star witnesses have admitted they weren't even on the phone call between President Trump and the
Joe and Hunter Biden are not the president of the United States.
President of Ukraine. But still, this never-ending Groundhog Day of trying to drum up something, anything to attack this president goes on and will go on till he's reelected and then continue on for 4 more years after that.
Question why? Why are people attacking him? Is it because he's racist? Is it because he's sexist? Is it because he supports rape culture? Is it because he puts kids in cages? Is it what Trump is doing? Which is not being able to, or not being willing to serve 21st century's multiracial, multisexual, open-minded people? Or is it just Democrats have just beef with him? Why would people have beef with a president who serves them right?
But speaking of re-election, this latest witch hunt may actually be doing more for Donald Trump's re-election efforts than the oblivious and blinded by bitterness Democrats realize. According to President Trump's campaign manager, the re-election campaign raised $3.1 million from Wednesday's public impeachment hearing. That total even exceeded the team's goal of raising $3 million in 24 hours. Isn't that something?
Okay, so first I would like to denaturalize something. This is a national TV channel. So, to me, it should be considered odd that this reporter, this commentator, is saying we versus them, us versus them. Democrats is they, and it's us who are the others, the righteous ones. I don't think it's okay for a news channel to so openly take a stand in the political platform that they just say we when they're talking about a specific side of the conversation, and they say them when they're talking about Democrats. This type of speech will always separate people even further. It's the people who need to be well off. It's not them, it's not us, it's not you. We are one. We are people. We have our differences, we have our privileges, we have our underprivileged communities. But every person in those communities have their own minds. That's why you can't just split a whole nation into two and call one side us and the other side them. That's just gonna cause more problems.
According to Brad Parscale, these donations are largely comprised of small dollar donations. So what does that tell us, reasonable and rational people?
Reasonable and rational people.
You heard that? Us, reasonable and rational people. Us, the reasonable and rational people. Them.
This president is far more popular and has far greater support than the
BS polls, pundits, and leftist mainstream media would have us believe. And that support is only growing each day this impeachment witch hunt drags on. We the people are...
It triggers me when they say witch hunt. Last time I checked, Donald Trump wasn't burning on a stick? I might be wrong though, like, it's okay, I might be wrong if he was burning on a stick. Please forgive me.
They are still bitter about an election loss that happened 3 years ago. And every time this president and this country wins, the Democrats see red. Well, they better get used to...
Dear Tomi Lahren, this is not a football game. This is not about who wins what, who gets what. It's about who gets to be represented and who gets to be served. And whoever is elected is supposed to be, by law, the president of every single American citizen. Yet if the elected president is just going to be the president of the white and privileged and the rich and the straight, people are not going to want him. People are not sore because they lost. Also, they didn't lose. Hillary won the popular vote. But let's not even talk about it because Tomi, you treat this as if it's a football game. We don't have teams here. We have real lives that are being affected by the results of these elections. It's not just who gets to wave which flag. It's not about wearing a cap with a logo on it and being proud of your team. It is not about a team. These are real life consequences. Political elections have real life consequences. That's why you have to listen to people when they have something uncomfortable that they have to say about a sitting president.
Election map in 2020. They hate the fact President Trump's unconventional and take-no-crap leadership style is working, and they will do anything to stop him, even though his efforts are truly making America great again. And as tickled as I am, this witch hunt is turning out to be pretty lucrative.
Listen, I love America, but when has it ever been great for everyone, all at once? It was very great once for the white male, yes. Tomi, if America was right now as great in the same greatness that it used to have, you wouldn't have your job, honey. You would be home taking care of your kids. Which is fine if it's a choice. Now, thank you for listening to me. My name is Beta. If you have anything to say about anything that I did today, please leave a comment underneath. Please make sure to subscribe and watch our other videos. See you later.
Let's drop a bomb and prove that they were wrong. Hey, Hillary Clinton, you have no guts at all. You should be kicking Billy's butt back down to Arkansas, but here you are screeching.
I'm doing great, you know, I think it's so important that we're talking about this, especially with what's going on in the country right now, and if I can be advocating for the border and tell a little bit about what I saw, I'm happy to do it every day.
Okay, so what was the sense that you got from the border agents as you spent some time?